Well, salutations, my good people. It's time to end up going back at this again. This time, back into the world of my first proper go at a RPG. As I stated before, I played a little bit of Path of Exile 1. Not enough to not be following a guide down to the damn letter. Basically came to around 4 hours of work. So we'll be doing it again here today. Picking up where we were before, where we were basically a lightning mage, and seeing how we go from there. Starter now in one moment. We're just setting one or two things up here beforehand, so just bear with me. Just ensuring that everything works correctly before we go live. Was having a few camera issues previously. I thought I had them fixed, and just ensuring that they are fixed now, so just bear with me. And there we go. Now we should be good. And on to back doing a bit more Path of Exile 2. So let's see how this one ends up going. We're back to being our sorcery class. We're now level 8 at the moment. Oh, Thunder, thank you so much for coming in. It's a pleasure to have you. Yeah, no bother doing the lark. Thank you so much. I can't be 100% sure how long we'll end up going today, but we'll enjoy it as best we can whilst we can and see how they end up going there. So we're just waiting for it to load now at the moment. I don't know if other people have been having this. I have been having a couple of longer loads than I'd be expecting with the game. But just like that, you end up coming back in to another new map and seeing how things go. So we're here in the Cemetery of the Eternals. It looks like there are people all up there, so we'll look at that in a bit. We know that we've the Lichen of the Lost over there, and he has a icon on him, so I guess we'll just start by talking to him. Interesting.
I thought he would stoop this low. I sent for reinforcements, but it's been so long. I must get through the gate. The keys. Where are the blasted keys? I believe those cowards took them.
Ah, okay, so we need to find his keys. That's very, very... Oh, Jesus. What are you? Okay, I'm not doing particularly good against these.
I have no space for that.
Roll out of the way there. Continue to go around him. And we should kill him there. Nice! We got a feathered bow off of him, so that's something we do actively need to identify. Although, where to go? Okay, well, we'll check that in a second.
Desert fire! I have no space for that.
Okay, so we need to drop something. Yeah, drop you. I thought there was a way for that to always be active. There should be a way to always keep that active. Let me check. Pause it for a second. Could have sworn it was working before. Enable quest tracking. Show clock. So the clock is down there. Interesting. Centered UI. I don't know what that does. Mouse wheel. Ally names. Hide overheads. Always show sockets. Yes. Full descriptions. Yeah, the minibar over me is a bit much. Always items, all and weaponry will. Yeah, yeah. Just do that. Because I prefer to just see them rather than holding the thing down. I don't know if that's the way people like to play the game, or if that's if people look down on doing that. Because I just miss crap if I end up doing it. And I might end up turning it back later on, depending on how I feel, or if anyone ends up mentioning it. But for now, viruses, code resist. I think the intelligence. Honestly, I think the intelligence is worth more. Yeah, I honestly think the intelligence is worth more. So we keep it anyway, because we definitely want to keep that around, because maybe it isn't. But for now, I honestly think the intelligence is worth more.
Feel the chill.
Chests. That done a lot of damage. And still is. So there's some gauntlets there. We can pick up the gauntlets over the hood anyway. That done a surprising amount of damage. So we have Flame, Frost Orb, Storm of Shadows we can't level up. In the occultancy, I still think that's a really good move, Bone Cage. Even though when I tried it before, it didn't do it the way that it states here. Because like when you click it here, yeah.
Enfeeble is a curse that weakens enemies. Use it on dangerous foes to reduce the damage they can deal.
It's probably really good against bosses. Enfeeblement's probably really, really good against bosses. So I think we'll get enfeeblement. I might regret that, but screw it. We'll get it for now. Better looking at it than for it, I suppose. Although I definitely have it in the wrong spot, because I'm not going to use it where I have it. I'll never remember to use T. I barely remember to use R, which is that. The Mausoleum of the Prester.
Our victory is never complete, so long as the Ezamites resist us. Let this graveyard erase their stain.
Interesting. That sounds far too overdone, to be honest, but... Oh, okay, well, we've... Okay, that was his slam. That was me not paying attention. Talk about getting fucking mauled. Absolutely mauled by them. Like maybe I've ended up accidentally meeting too many of them there, but I got mauled 10 ways Sunday. Interesting. We're doing great. I still need to get better with my button control. I'm not used to the button management, and I'm clicking the wrong buttons as a result, much to my chagrin. I'm accidentally clicking 2 and 3 instead of Q and the alternatives that are needed. It has not yet bit me in the arse, but it probably will eventually. Okay. So let's keep investigating around here for now anyway. So we can kill most Death Knights in about 5 goes. And we're not giving a bad account of ourselves against the skeletons.
I have no space for that.
I mean, for the most part, I think we've done that well. The shield is rather big, and I don't think we'll ever actually use it, so it's probably a waste of time to even look at that. We have a ruby charm. Used when you take fire. Oh, okay. Well, interesting. Another supporting charm. Orb of Storms with Pestilence. I don't have the dexterity required for Overabundance or for Chain. Whereas Pestilence is Strength, and supported skills have 60% more skill effect duration, so the shock itself would end up lasting longer. What am I... Oh, same thing, 10. And it's in use. Oh, that's why, so... And that means I don't have a slot for there. You can actually use one for your regular punch. That's brilliant. Ice Nova has energy barrier. Unleashed can't use. Can't be socketed to this skill. Oh, so but I'm using it on Ice Nova instead of Flame Wall. Deals 50% less damage. Creates a circle instead. So it creates a circle instead of a wall. I think we go for Pestilence on Orb. Because it just 40% more skill effect, which means that in theory I can go and then that, and that'll work better. Yeah, seems to anyway. Now, whether or not that's the correct move and the best way to end up doing it, like the most efficient way, I couldn't tell you. But it's working for me. Oops. That Death Knight stayed alive a wee bit longer than I would have liked, if I'm honest. A wee bit pesky, the annoying prick. Ooh, Tomb of the Consort.
Let this be a testament for all time. The Eternal Empire stakes claim over this land, both in life and death.
Okay. It sounds like this might be where I'm meant to go. Level up! Beautiful. So this time, we're still increasing the lightning damage. It's just, it is what we're using. So we're as well just level it up while we can. Enter the mausoleum. Oh, hold on. Quest. Well, that's the events. Yeah. Quests. Well, there is a mausoleum here, so. Search for the Count's grave past the memorial gate. Thank you so much, Duck. It's a pleasure to end up having it, and I appreciate the subs so much. Sorry that I didn't end up being able to do it or celebrate it, which we initially ended up doing it. But I appreciate so much that you did it. So, thank you so much. How was your Monday treating you? Has the start of the week been grand? Or have you been up to mischief? You have been up to mischief. Ooh, dish the dirt. Nah, I know what you mean. It's grand. So, I think the Tomb of the Consort is actually one of the spots we're meant to go into. So, even though this might reset the map, screw it. Let's go in. Peace. Brilliant to hear it. What I end up doing typically now when I need to end up getting into better body and mind is I end up going to... Okay, fair enough. I end up going down to a section where there's water and just go in for a dive. It's Baltic cold at the moment, but it's so refreshing at the same point in time. There's an area around us at the moment where there's a sauna in it as well. You can go do the diving and then go into the sauna, like burn your arse off while freezing your tits. It's beautiful. Jesus, that bone stalker's fast. Ah, okay. Well, to be fair, what did I expect? I'm after opening their own fucking. A nice giant. God, we're eating them alive with this combination. This electric damage does a lot. Okay, that should make things easier for me. Sorry, the game's been a bit jumpy because I haven't had that setting set. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you didn't get the promotion from your current division in Wales. Yeah, keep at it there. You'll get it eventually at that FM save. What are you still doing the Garrett Southgate suicide tactic or? God damn it. The joys of when you end up getting stuck into a bloody loop. Actually, now that I think about this, why am I not going back to give all the shit back? Like, I should end up bringing this into my... I should go back and put this into my safe. But hey, too little too late now. Hey, you seen my suicide tactic? My suicide tactic worked for a number of seasons when it was with Palace, so, you know. Sometimes the suicide tactics are more fun. Kind of like the suicide builds on this, whereas I'm just forgetting that I have a dodge roll. Am I dead? Yep. Foolish, foolish, foolish. Crack, you're a foolish, foolish man. God, these Skull Knights do a lot of damage. Oh god damn it, wrong move. But thankfully my mana raises up quite fast. Yeah, you were mentioning that in the Discord. Is it a showcase that it's just a... Oh, Bone Stalker. Again, need to get out of the way. Yeah, that it puts you into an entirely different league instead of it just being one division to one division. Of the Volcano. What a name. So I'm guessing that means it does fire damage, is it? Apparently not.
I have no space for that.
Again, 2 Night Giants and a Bone Stalker, so again, be careful of that. Woven Focus. Okay, we'll ignore that for now. Oh, okay, so we have a gold enemy as well as everything else. We have a fire enemy and a gold enemy, so this might be a case of get the fuck out of Dodge. And a Night Giant. Have we killed her? No. So our Anarchy of the Day is still going. I don't know if that's a mini boss or anything, but it's doing a significant amount of damage to me. But it should die here. Yeah. Although annoying that it didn't give me anything particularly good considering it was a legendary weapon. So we have a Stoic Scepter, which gives us a level 3 Discipline. And then a male Sapon. I wonder if that spell is worth it. I don't have a Discipline at the moment. And I'm never going to use the... Well, in this save I'm not going to use it. So I think, as stupid as it seems, it might be better to do that for now. We don't need the torn gloves. Another level 3 skill. At this point, considering how strong we use the lightning spells, it's probably best to give us a spark level 3. No. As for this... I mean, we have gloves there, and they're giving us added physical bonus, but it's the rarity that's the thing with them. Ooh! We'll continue on with this in a second. It is advertisement time, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll just let that go like that. So with all that being said, and it being a Monday, have you gotten all your Christmas ready? Have you bought your turkey? Have you bought your chicken? Have you bought your stuffing? Have you gotten everything prepared for the cooking and the meals and all of that shiznick? Has the elderly gentleman arrived for your or has the preparations for the elderly gentleman arrived? Have you gotten the cookies and the milk ready for good old Saint Nick? Uh, I'm guessing it is Scorpio Helix, or is there meant to be a different pronunciation with it? But a pleasure to have you, Scorpion Helix. So, yeah, we every year in the Craic household go out for a dinner pre-Christmas Day itself, and then we go to a family member who decides to end up putting on what can only be described as a semi-feast, and has mulled wine and the whole lot. It's bloody divine. Well, lurk all away. There's a lurk command for you there as well if you want to actually let us know that you're lurking as well. But I'm happy to have anyone end up here. And happy to interact if that's what you want to end up doing. So trust me, I know bloody well. Also, advertisements are finished, so I can end up going back. There was one year where I didn't end up going back to the family. And as a result of which I went into a convenience store and bought a ready-made bacon and decided that screw it, I can't be arse cooking for just myself, and decided to cook a ready-made bacon. And to be honest, it was the nicest that ready-made bacon has ever been, whilst also being the most horrible thing I've ever eaten in my life. So... the joys of when a double whammy can end up having. Ooh, a superior attuned wand. I don't know, to be honest with you. It runs iffy. I won't lie, but I haven't had any issues with it, so it wouldn't surprise me if it runs on an okay system. But it definitely has some improvements over the first one. But would you have been a Path of Exile 1 player thus far? I didn't play much of the first one. I just played 4 hours maybe of the first one while following a guide. Anyway, that's blatantly obviously something dangerous, so we'll come back to you in a second. Oh, Scorpio, does that end up meaning that you were a console bro? Or is it just that you just haven't bothered going back into... or have you managed to... Or did you end up just not having the time to go back into gaming? By the way, that'll happen a bit where I end up losing my train of thought and just, you know... trying to get the word. I'll get it eventually. I am... What? Killed me! Oh, that killed me. Bloody legendary minions. Scorpio. Scorpio. Give us a second. I'm sorry for the loss of your gaming heritage due to having a kid. I understand it. It is important. It is one of the best things you can end up doing in your life. But no man should have to give up anything such as the gaming heritage. But I am here for you, and I will be your proxy. You can watch me play for you. I swear, I will believe. Also, someone broke that record yesterday, but we've ended up going back to it. But never mind that. We need to go back into sad moments. Sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Jesus, we can't be doing sadness without sadness, right? I will stand for you. And your rights as a man. And your rights to need to game. I believe for you. And don't worry. We, together, will get through this. Anyway, that's enough of that hogwash. But yeah, no, you know yourself. You know, yeah, I know. The whole lot you just end up needing together. But it's the small moments of family that end up making it all worthwhile anyway. Seeing the smile in your child's face, seeing the happiness with you and the family ended up coming down together. Trust me, I can understand it. I still don't envy you, because it's not an easy task or an easy job. But congratulations to you, and I'm happy to have you in the chat, so we're always here for the crack and a bit of fun. You've also managed to convince me that I need to make a scene for just empathy. I also need to make a Dr. Gilmartin scene, but or a Dr. Crack thing, but that'll be another thing in the future. Ooh, orb of augmentation. I'll have to look at that in a second when we kill these fuckers. Okay, what does that do? Oh, gives an additional modifier. Is there something kill me? No, okay. So we can put you on this. No space for mods. Oh, okay, so we can only put it on something that has only one mod position. So I don't think we can put it on you. No, I didn't think so. Target is not magic. God, what a pain in the arse of a thing. No, I have nothing I can use it on. I mean, medium flask, lesser flask. I mean, we'll hold on until we maybe get something else, considering you could be useful, but that's just typical. Duck, you know what words like that end up meaning? You'll be the reason why Bloodborne comes into existence. Why we'll end up experiencing real-life Bloodborne. You'll anger the actual gods of this world with your suaveness and unwillingness to end up doing anything. And that'll end up what causes it. Well, all I can say to that is congratulations that it started to finally work for you. Because it's beautiful when that ends up working. The rune slot. I don't have any rune slots yet. Interesting. And I'm happy for you that it's ended up working out, because everyone, both yourselves and your kid in general, deserve to have that freedom and that enjoyment of life. Unless, of course, you're a Manchester City fan, at which point, hell be damned to you. I kid, obviously. I mean, he sounds like my favorite person, if that's the case, Scorpio. Energy shield. And the recharge of the energy shield is here. And that's another bump to intelligence. So it might be good to start going over that way. We've mana regeneration and cast speed here. Cast speed could be really useful. And it'll get us over to this. The elemental damage is probably more useful, to be honest. Damage penetrates lightning resistance. Ooh, that's handy. What's down here? Plus to energy charge. Yeah, so we'll go with any attribute and we'll give it to intelligence. Do we give it to intelligence? We have quite a lot of intelligence at the moment. If I give it to intelligence, this is a good enough swap then to swap the two items. Yeah, so we go for intelligence here. So we're just +5 to intelligence. Do I... Yeah, I'm selecting it. Do you just not want to... Oh, dipshit. You need to get that first. Fucking idiot. Yeah, but thankfully nowadays, people are more understanding of the plight of kids in the situation. Now, with that being said, I do legitimately think there are kids out there that are being medicated that don't need to be medicated, but at the same point in time, at least they're actually checking and they're ensuring how people end up harmed. They're catching dyslexia, they're catching elements of autism, all that type of stuff. So it's beautiful that medicine is improving and the care towards children is improving as well. Superior Bone one. That's Bone Blast. Yeah, so Bone Blast is what I was... Bone Blast definitely is the skill I was trying to get, isn't it? Oh, god damn it. Whatever. I don't seem to be able to bring up that overlay map. Is that it? No, Atlas Ability Tree. Is that it? No. No. Skill? No. I do wish it was able to tell me what ones I'm able to learn later on. Anyway, we'll worry until when I find an orb again, which I don't think I have one. No. Oh, I do. I have one. Okay. Yeah, so it was Bone Cage. Yeah. So we have a level 3 here. We could end up getting Essence Strain, which seems interesting.
Essence Strain is a projectile that deals chaos damage over time. This damaging debuff can be spread with the contagion.
You'd almost want to be using Contagion with it, though. Now, the other thing about it, too, is we have Frostbolt there. I don't know if it's what I'll be using. That is interesting, but could be a pain in the arse. I think getting Flame Wall's damage up is probably better for us at the moment. I do kind of wish we were able to find that gold or that legendary minion that killed us, because it is awfully nice to kill legendary minions. I don't know if you actually get... Well, I have gotten good shit off of them. Oh, that reminds me. Well, if he's here, he doesn't seem to be, because it's around here where I died. So I think he just might be gone, unfortunately. Ah, but what can you really do? You do, like, it's fascinating in this game, because you do kind of feel... with the just the tiny incremental differences you end up experiencing, you do kind of start to feel a bit like a god, to be honest. It gets bonkers how much damage I'm actually doing. Okay, so we have a checkpoint here. And what looks like it's going to be a boss dungeon. The heart of the tomb. Yes, boss dungeon. This mightn't go well, but we'll see.
Teach you the power of the Eternals, Marrakech fiend.
Get out of the way! You can play this with people. I am currently playing it solo. And for the most part, intend to play it solo. God, I am doing bonkers damage here. I should not be doing this. Oh!
Your bones will adorn our eternal home.
Shut up, Scorpio. That was intended. I wanted to learn. I wanted to feel the pain. That's the reason. 100% the reason.
Let me teach you the power of the Eternals, Marrakech fiend.
Get out of the way! You know, it would be... an intelligent person would, in fact, think about it. And maybe, you know, use it. But I never claimed to be an intelligent person. Get out of it, get out of it, get out of it, get out of it. I mean, now that I think about it and see what actually happened there, how the hell did I not notice that the big wall of fucking bones might be a trap? Okay, well, that was him killing me, unfortunately. I didn't even notice that she had spawned a minion, if you believe it. The other unfortunate problem with watching me, Scorpio, is I have a tendency, just a slight tendency, to be a tiny bit shit.
Let me teach you the power of the Eternals, Marrakech fiend.
Do you want to know the really, really funny thing about that is? Specsavers actually are my my provider of ocular devices. I don't actually need glasses, but they are actually my the place that I go to for the tests. Get out! At that time, it just wouldn't let me dodge. Yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation. Of in this particular case, I don't seem to be moving fast enough in order to do that too. This is just... I'll get this. This is just me being stupid, to be honest, but we'll see.
Let me teach you the power of the Eternals, Marrakech fiend. My love, I call to you. Right of the full moon. Risen of both. Raven, I need you.
Yeah, it would also help if I didn't do stupid shit like click the wrong button. Like when I wanted to use my mana potion using my fucking health potion. Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. She's dead, baby! She's dead!
Repulsive witch, may your misdeeds be long forgotten.
Level 12, which I amn't at, but I definitely probably need. Boom, boom, the witch is dead, the witch is dead, the witch is dead. Boom, boom, the witch is dead, and early in the morning. Boom, boom, the witch is dead, the witch is dead, the witch is dead. Boom, boom, the witch is dead, early in the morning. This is something we definitely want, considering it's bigger than the one that we have. Oh yeah, no, there is. You have to go back to like I can portal now and end up doing it. I just don't know if this will be here when I do so. So I'm just deciding what stuff to actually just dump at the moment and see, because there's certain elements here that just won't be worth it. Like that's not worth it now. So just dump that and bring this with me instead. So like I'm just checking to see, like there's a portal there at the center of the cemetery. Why the fuck did I drop that? Like, this here will probably bring me out to the Cemetery of the Eternals. This will probably bring me back to the center of the cemetery. I also don't want to do that because there's another section. As we've seen down here, there's another section we didn't go to. So, even though it's stupid for me to do it, I want to check that first before I leave. And I can portal back to towns. Like, I can do this. And that'll bring me to the Clearfall encampment, where I can put away my stuff. It does reset all of the minions, so that's the problem. When I come back to this map now, I'm going to have to kill all of the minions that I got to get to here. And there can be the chance where... there can be the chance where the map will reset as well. Duck, that is 100% sound, and I am just happy for whenever you were here. Never feel obligated to stay onto the stream with me. I'm just happy you showed up at all, and happy that you have the intentions sometimes to end up getting clips. Also, I should do this now for anyone that ends up coming in and wants to do it. We have a Discord. It's new and fugly. There are certain aspects of it that need to be modified and made better. But feel free to join it if you want to, Scorpio. If you want to clip anything, do as well. I'm happy to end up doing it. I want to interact with everyone as best as I can. This is the other reason why I don't use the portal, by the way. For some reason, this thing is taking yonks to load. My system is a very, very strong well, it's a strong system. It should be able to handle this with no issue. And, like, it's doing fine for frames and the whole lot. This is just taking forever. Okay. So, like, now, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. It could just be... I was having issues where, for some reason, it wasn't reading my graphics card right. But, like, it seems to be following the frames fine at the moment. Like, it's at 60 frames per second at the moment. It could be that. I couldn't tell you, to be honest. It could be that. I'm not going to say that it is. Also, I'm going to identify all of these because I get more money if I do. Okay, well, that's useless, so it's selling you. That's not useless, but I don't want it. Yeah, same there. Sell you. Sell you. So we will do the rest of this once the advertisements end up finishing. Now, Duck, I believe it is time for us to talk about decorum. I don't have a problem with playful banter happening amongst the children of the chat. The crack of the chat. However, oh my God, is Katie is not here to defend themselves. So decorum would state you, my friend, are being a bitch. So not the time. So I believe instead, unfortunately, this is what needs to be said instead, Duck. I'm sorry, Duck. You've brought this upon yourself. This was your foolishness. This was your greed. This was your fault. If you had only maintained yourself. If you had only managed to be the Duck we all knew you could be. Okay, and the advertisements are finished there. So we're back to this. I'm not going to sell you. I am going to sell you. And I'm not going to sell you either. Imagine, the sad thing is, I wonder if I don't want to test this. Can I do a save? No. I don't want to test this, because in the old game, you could sell quest items. And I'm not testing it in case you can in this one too. Normal item into one modifier. So that would be... I don't have a normal item like that yet. So we keep you there considering you can stack. So for now, we can now go back to the tomb. And you see, all the monsters are back again, so... That's the issue with teleporting, unfortunately, Scorpio. Now, typically you're strong enough that this won't matter now, but, you know, it's still semi-annoying, depending on how you do it. Oh, I never filled the phase either, so that was stupid of me. I'm currently going in here with no healing potion. Oh, it can be played both ways. I'm currently playing keyboard and mouse. So yeah, it has the functionality to be played with both keyboard, mouse, and... so I'm mouse and keyboard at the moment. It has the functionality to be played in another way. But this is the type of game you want to be playing keyboard and mouse. Get out of the way! Okay, so for some reason I am performing extra shit today. Haven't already gotten down here and beaten this. So the reason why I left this last time because there was something here called the Haunted Treasure and I didn't want to interact with it yet. But we're going to this time. Get out of... Okay, get out of the fucking way of this. Get out of the way! Okay. That's not the first time that's happened. Yes. This is very similar to PoE 1. This is streamlined. It has a couple of elements in it that are definitely improved upon Path of Exile 1. Path of Exile 1 doesn't explain as much stuff to you, so it can be insanely intimidating, but it's an insanely big game as well, and I would highly recommend you end up looking at it. I don't know that much of PoE 1, unfortunately. Oh no! No! That is very annoying. But yeah, anyone that doesn't want to buy this outright, especially considering it's still in early access, and I can't in good conscience, even if I love the game, I can't in good conscience tell anyone at all, to buy a early access game. I think you should always wait until the game ends up being finished. I just wanted to. So yeah, if you think you might enjoy it, do go and try everything. Go and try PoE 1. Triggers Doom Blast when curses from supporting skills expire. Extent of the effect of supported curses. Supported skills inflict decay, dealing 30% of intelligence. Oh Jesus, yes. I'm doing an intelligence build. God, if I knew that was the case, I fucking would have done that initially. I might be a wee bit... Oh, no, that's why. I was wondering why I was getting hit so hard. It's because there was a couple of rare minions there, more than just one. So that's why I was getting hit so hard there. And there's another one here. Booming asparagus. Why did it think that? That's one I'm definitely going to have to look at in a bit. Maybe during one of the advertisements. That's beautiful. Or bumbling asparagus. Wow, that's beautiful. God damn it, game. I've already done the map. Although, not only have you reset the map, you've changed the map this time. Oh, whatever. I'm going to need a tiny bit more context to that question, Duck. In what way? In what way are you asking what's a record sale? Like, in terms of Football Manager, what's the most that I've ever sold someone for, is it? Or is it in the save that I currently have? What's the best, the highest sale that I have? Or is it in terms of an entirely different context? Is it a different game or? Oh, in your save? I think you told me you once got an offer of someone at 330 million. So I'm going to assume that 330 million. Am I anyways right or am I wrong? Am I getting you mixed up with someone else again? Yeah, so the Mausoleum of the... Oh, I think that's where I went in. Or is it? Is this something entirely different? Mine was yeah, mine was 105 being increased to 100 and being increased to 165. Yeah, I don't know. There is ways to make the player more attractable for silly offers, but I don't know them. I don't even know if I'm meant to be going in here, by the way. I'm just, at this point, just going in to have a gawk. This might be an entirely waste of time, because I might have to come back in here later on. I do think the value of everything goes up, though, the longer you play the game, so there's that as well. Interesting. That's an okay. Well, these are a couple of new enemies. Ghoul Commander, with tentacles coming out of its back for some reason. Some of these creatures are fucking horrifying.
I must travel light.
Ashen Staff, Fireball, yeah. Let's say I'm against a lightning raid. Why the fuck am I using lightning? Excuse me, that was rude. Okay, well that's that has the potential to hurt. Jesus, we can't even break through its fucking magic barrier. Okay, well, we're finally through its magic barrier, so that's nice.
Out of mana.
God, this thing hits like a motherfucking truck. Chipoodle! Pleasure to have you. How are you doing, my good man? How was your stream earlier on? My deepest apologies I wasn't able to get onto it. I hope it went well for you. Oh, okay, so it needs to be staff, so it needs to be basically this. One of the things too, by the way, that said about this game, and I don't know how to do it yet, is that you can change your build based on you can change your build in the skill tree, which is which one again? Passive skill tree, based on which weapon you're using. So I don't know how to do it. Weapon set points, a number of your skill points can be used as a weapon set point. Weapon set points allowed single points to be allocated to 2 different skills. You gain the passives. Weapon sets cannot allocate jewels. So I'm not 100% sure how to do that yet. It hasn't been described to me, but you can swap between weapons. Had you many people in it? Had you many people in your stream, Jabool? Top right, so we have skill points. Compare. Inspect. Deadly force, fair enough. Okay, I don't... You can have 2 different weapons equipped at once using X and that. If you navigate to the passive skill tree, you'll see 2 options in the top right. Weapon set 1 and weapon set 2. Well, it doesn't say that, so that's kind of the issue. Oh, it's like... It's massive. Like, it's intimidating when you don't know going through it. I just do know you can separate based on your weapons. That's where I don't know. There's... I like... Because, like, you're meant to be able to change. Like, if this is a spell damage with ice capabilities. In theory, this, which has increased lightning damage, can go down a lightning route, whereas the other one can go down a frost route. I just don't know how to do it. It's something I forgot about that's meant to be in this game. There's meant to be an option. If you have 6 weapon skill points, that means you can allocate 6 points into weapon slot 1 or 2. Maybe these are just base. I haven't a clue. Fuck it, I don't really care. Screw it. I'm going to be sticking with lightning for the moment. I enjoy it as a option. But yeah, it's weird. Could be. Could be. Could be. Mom's dead. So there's definitely something stronger in there than what we were... Yeah, you. I was wondering where you were. And has lightning damage capabilities, so... Unfortunately, this is probably one of the worst enemies we can go against, because it's good against our lightning. Nice, dead. There's a linen belt. Ooh, that's really... That's the best rarity I've seen so far, so that's nice. Orb of augmentation there as well. Then we can go with the linen belt, and let's identify the linen belt anyway. Okay. Increased mana from flasks, 5% flask recovery rate, reduced flask recovery rate. Guessing how long it takes for it to do. I mean, that is... I have lightning resistance and max health there, but that just does seem better, to be honest. Scorpio, it was a pleasure to have you. I hope work ends up going well for you. And I hope you might end up coming back in again in the future. And if you do, it's going to be here. I'll be on a few more times. So it'll be enjoyable, and I'll chat to you whenever I can. Unless the AFK is, you'll be for a while. At which point, continue to chat and fucking enjoy it in lurk mode. God, I'm a stubborn ass with these lightning moves. I have fire there as well. I'm not as proficient in it, but yeah. Oh, okay, well, there's another level up, so that's happy out. Okay, so with that level up now, we're continuing to go up this way. We can go and get the cold damage. We can go over and get the fire damage, but I actually think I'm better coming over here and then going up there. Come here and give myself intelligence. Again, I'm going through this map and it might be a complete waste of time because I don't actually know if there's anything in here that I can use, so... Just typical. Funny and typical. Then over here... I must say, this has an incredible level of ambiance to it, and my prattling on is probably ruining it a bit for everyone, but I'm enjoying it. Oh, dead end, you prick. Okay, yeah. Even though there's probably nothing beneficial up in that top corner, I'll check it anyway. This is something I really like as well. It originated in... Well, it didn't originate. It's been in a load of things. But it was showcased a lot in PoE 1. This 3D version of the map that you end up putting on top of things while still moving.
I need more time.
Another scroll of wisdom there. Not too bad. The wheelbarrow hag is such an interesting name for an enemy, by the way. It's a brilliant, brilliant name for an enemy. The wheelbarrow hag. Okay. Well, that seems to be boss area right there. So let's go on. Well, there's Forgotten Riches over there. Screw it, let's do the boss first. Yep, new boss. What's this one?
Now, your soul will join my steeple of death. Rend your soul. The spirit's hunger.
You will burn!
Down.
Oh, okay. That's just me not using my healing icons, unfortunately. My healing salves. There's only 5 buttons I need to know how to pick, and I'm just not using them.
To regret your intrusion here. Rend your soul. The spirit's hunger. My beloved Asinia.
Oh, so he knows that I killed her. Nice. Oh, okay. No, so she comes to help him. Same way as he came to help her. Okay.
I will end your meaningless life. Cut down. The spirit's hunger. Your intrusion will be punished. My beloved Asinia.
Get out of the fucking way. Stop swapping to that.
I am your master. Rend your soul. My beloved Asinia.
Oh god, I clicked the wrong button.
Spirits are mine.
Nice. First time try too. Boop ba boop ba boop ba boo. Oh, and then the ads end up hitting just as I'm about to finish it. The joys of that. I hope no one got hit with the ads there, but we'll pause her and wait. While we're waiting on that, I can go and look at the stream highlights that are in the Discord, which is linked in the chat should you want to see them yourselves. Yeah. Wonderful fun. Wonderful fun of stupidity like that. So, and the advertisements have now finished, so we are back at it again for a little bit longer. So we have a couple of artifacts here. We have an Orb of Augmentation, which is nice. We have the Divine Key Quest. We have Stocky Muffins,
I have no space for
Short Bow, and the Fabric Robes. So, you're of no use to me, so drop you. You're of no use to me, so drop you. You're of no use to me, so drop you. So we have you, you, and you. Let's go back now and see the other section that we missed out on, which is probably a cursed treasure like the one before.
fall before me.
Oh, okay, well, we have a fucking vampire there. Ain't that wonderful? Extra fire damage. And look at us just eating through her.
Victory is mine.
Well, at the same point in time, handy out. We got a nice couple of sections there. The Iron Crown, not something we need. The Slim Mace requires 25 strength. Well, in this build, we'll never be using that, unfortunately. You're literally the one that I had on before. Three mana per energy killed on a dex weapon. Yeah, no, go away, you. 41 physical damage, 3 to 5 fire damage, elemental damage. Damn, that's a good weapon. That's a very good weapon. Obviously not for this build, for a future build, but that's a very, very good weapon. Okay, so we have the Forgotten Wishes here. Oh, so we have stairs that goes down. Okay. So we'll just fill this final section down here, and then we'll go down to those stairs, wherever the hell that ends up going. To a map that resets, by the way. So the daftness of what I'm doing is beyond belief, but never mind. Really? For this type of game, where it has its own pathfinding, I'm a bit shocked clicking there doesn't make it go around. Oh! Okay, so just a crap ton of gold. So I literally just pillaged a tomb. God, we're an asshole. Freezing shards.
I'm carrying that.
Respectively, that's probably better than the one that I have. So this is 2, so if we go and do that... Adds plus... What?! So that's a level 5 shards instead. If that's correct. That seems a little busted, to be honest. Interesting. That seems a little busted. Well, a pleasure to have you back, Scorpio, for the 20 minutes that we have you. Thank you so much. What's work for you, anyway? Already have some reviving elements, damn it. It is, but unfortunately that's always the way in these type of games. They always end up giving you a lower inventory than you think. Because like they just want you to be selling stuff. They don't want you to hoard onto your... crap. Now, in this particular case, I'm going to cheat a bit. I'm going to go back to Clearfell, and then I'll end up... I'll go back to the cemetery. Not to my knowledge. There is a... there is a shop, but to my knowledge, everything within the shop is cosmetics. So I don't think so. I don't think there's a pay to win. Like, you have pets, but they don't do anything. You have armor, but I believe they're just skins. I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Although I do have 300 points because I bought the pre-order, so I could end up buying that to see, but I'm not going to. Ooh, extra fire damage. Might be better than this, to be honest. Well, I mean, that's the in-game currency. So, like, I can buy any of these here. So I could buy this focus here, which will give me increased fire damage. So if I was focusing on fire, it'd end up helping me with that. Like, as we found with this miracle crossbow, this thing here is a destroyer amongst men if you're using a build that uses a crossbow. Like, this is a showcase for your multiplayer one. If the person within you does more fire damage, like, you know, there are, you know, benefits. I do kind of wish it had an auto sort function, though. Having to go through this shit and actually bother sorting it is a pain in the arse. I'd actually prefer the energy shield than I would this, so I'll sell you. Sell you. And I'll sell you as well. Even the discipline might be nice to use, I don't need it, so... So yeah, then go back to Una and we'll sell some stuff. You can. I never have liked playing these type of games with a shield, which is daft, I know. That sounds insane, but I've just never done it. Ooh. So there, like, we have another makeshift bow there if you wanted to. That's not as good as the bow we found, funnily enough. But we have another makeshift bow there. I can use this, but I don't want to bother. We have a fairly good physical club, which in theory I can use. there's nothing actually there that I need or want. So, you know. And then there's this buck here where you can buy stuff off him, but it's random, so you don't have any clue whether or not they're actually any good. Now, I know by the looks of it, that's a fire staff of some description, but I could buy it, and it's probably a waste of money, considering it's almost 4 times more expensive than the closest alternative to it. Yes, I'm a sorcerer. That's why you see all the pewy, shooty shit. At the moment in this, there are four types. Oops. I didn't mean to go back into the teleporter. Search the Count's grave. Past the memorial. Oh yeah, well anyway, we have both of these, so this should end up letting us get past the memorial. Hopefully. It's changed. Okay, sometimes it's just, I don't get it. Anyway.
Do my eyes again deceive me? You have the keys. You showed those eternal bastards. Use the keys to open the gate. Let's go and free my family.
Eternal bastards.
At last, it's open. Praise the first one.
He's gonna die straight away. He's gonna die straight away, or he's going to be the enemy.
Graves. Isabel. Torquil. Callum. The family of Count Lachlan of Ogham. My family. This doesn't make any sense. They're dead. Those bastard Eternals. I must make them pay. I must make them suffer.
Yep. So you attack me with that information. Thank you so much, Lachlan. You know, Craic, it might be intelligent to move out of the way of the big fuck me off mallet, you know? God, move. Why does he have ice? God, I've done better the first time. Thank you so much. Anytime, I'm happy to have you. It was a It was a pleasure talking to you, Scorpio. And I guess I'll let you go off with me dying like a useless scrap. clicking the wrong thing. So if he hits me with that, I'm just going to get frozen, at which point I'm screwed because I can't move fast enough. Nice to know. Thank you, Dragon Wisp of some description. I am a bit shit at this. I done more damage to him the first time I went up against him. This is kind of bonkers. Yeah, it looks that way, Duck, unfortunately. But to be fair, I also don't like how he's able to hit me on a back burner. Like, where did I get... God, that slam. That slam is ruinous. Ruinous. I mean, it fucking seems like it, doesn't it? It seems like this was originally Sheamus's name in WWE. get out of the way. Wrong way, wrong way. I mean, my big problem is unfortunately, for my build to be correct, I need to be up close and personal with him, even though it's a ranged build. And I'm just doing it wrong. I think, and this might be me misunderstanding my build, to be honest, as well. I think for my build to work, I need to be in the center of this orb. And I mean, it also doesn't have the 2 of those shots. Just kills me. 1 shots me. Although this is a primary showcase, the Contagion just isn't a good spell. Well, in this particular case, it's just me aiming in the wrong bloody direction, so... Oh, I'll get it eventually. Okay, now comes the distinct problem. I'm out of heals. Oh, and that was something I didn't expect. Oh, and he's dead! Okay, we're done it, we're done it, we're done it, we're done it!
Rejoin your kin, lost one. I will remember you.
Is said to dim one's lunar cycle. To Una. Okay, well, we have a couple of items to check here. So we have the Hexer's Robe, which is 24 intelligence, which we have, thankfully, which should end up benefiting us a bit. Let's see. I actually don't think it does. I actually think it's a worse option than what we have. Then we have the Gothic Quarterstaff, which we can't use anyway because it has too much dex. But... yeah, attack speed, which wouldn't be bad for it if we were using it. Then we have the Iconic Ring, which ends up... I seen the into the corner clip, yeah. Did you add another one? Yeah, I seen the how to attack the craic and win. Just box him in, yeah. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Anyway, we get to add another level 3 skill now. Oh, wait, did you make another clip other than that? Because that I didn't see. No, I haven't seen that yet. But yeah. Anyway, we get another level 3. What do we go for this time? We can go for the Ember Illuence, which could be useful, or we can go for Bone Cage. I think...
Monsters that die while infected with contagion will spread the infection to...
No.
Unearth is a physical area spell. If it kills a monster or hits a core.
I don't think it's useful to me, if I'm honest. I don't like Frostball. It seems to be too slow. But it could be useful, I suppose. So yeah, let's go with that. Slow them down anyway, I suppose. But yeah, so that's that. And we have the hunting grounds there, which is the area we go to next, I believe. Anyway, for now, we have to teleport back to Una. Now, the advertisements are about to hit here as well. So I just need a momentary reprieve. So we'll be right back. So chat to you in a minute. You know, it's fascinating. Because if there was a dipshit Olympics, I'd win the feckin' first prize. Yeah. Because I forgot to mute my fucking mic. I was afraid that was going to end up happening. My deepest apologies, Duck. However, I think we both can agree, fuck it, you deserved it. But yeah, no, sorry about that now. But we are back again. Let's continue on a wee bit more. Let's talk to our druid. And see how that ends up going. Hunting grounds, farmlands, and then the village. Lock-in of the Endless Lament. Well, we've been killed. What are you telling me about? Arcan Witch, that. Well, I don't think I can face any of these again. We've all these dead. I was afraid that I'd never end up getting back your patronage, getting back your trust, Duck. I'm sorry for this this abuse of power. I'll ensure that it never, ever happens again.
You found the ring. This will most certainly break the Count's binding. Give me a moment.
Oh.
How long has it been? I was hunted. The Count, he stole something that is beyond dangerous. It will cause sickness, then madness.
That's the worst type of situation.
It can still be contained. We must put the seed back.
Oh no. I think I know what he stole. He stole K-pop.
Yes. Please. Find it. I am still too weak. This will only grow worse.
So if we are to heal this land, we must find this sea. Beyond our clan graves is the hunting ground. Through those village. Please, go as quickly as you can and see what you can find. I fear there is not much time.
Refund passives.
A new realm of
Oh. Oh, so for gold I can end up resetting all of this. That's interesting. You might be right, Scorpio, that it's just that I haven't unlocked it yet.
Yes. What do you need? 20 years ago, in the wake of those tremendous events, mankind was busy with its own survival. No one
That's a really beautiful voice.
no one saw me. I lurked in high places and dark places, seeking to keep the seeds safe from men of ambition. In recent years, however, I found myself continually forced to move from place to place. There was always one more hunter, one more patrol, one more grove being cut down or cave being mined. There was nowhere to hide, and my path inexorably took me here. This was all a trap.
Interesting. I have something for you too that you might enjoy, Duck. I need you to look very carefully at the UI that I have went painstaking effort to create. Do I have your attention? Look just above the chat. Now. You have gotten us one step closer to something that shouldn't be a thing. And for that, I appreciate it more than you know. But we shall bring that up more and more later on as things end up happening. But for now, we'll leave that alone. So we'll go back to we'll go back to the goal that actually is somewhat possible. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that at all, Duck. As you said yourself, you had a long day today, and it's understandable. And like, don't feel free just to stay here to feel nice as well. If you feel like you want to go and you need to go and get some sleep, you come first. You all of you, no matter who ends up coming into this chat, you always come first. So if you feel like you need to end up going, feel free to end up doing so. However, with that being said, it is now time for us to continue on and go to the next area of this. We're going to go to the hunting grounds.
I've collected these over time. What do you think?
Oh no, heaven forbid. FM is trolling you? I swear I'd never expect it. Impossible. Ah, the joys. Third place playoff. Oh. Why did you want Mexico to win the World Cup anyway? Who is in the final? I thought it would be a bit of a weird final to be Mexico and Croatia. Ooh, the hunting grounds might be summoned. Are we in? Shall we sing a mediocre Aladdin song? Are we in or out?
These planes, though twisted, hold beauty.
What the fuck are you? Wow. You're a big bastard. Oh, and you're rare. Nice to know. He just blew everything to shite there, which is insanely annoying because I hate losing rare enemies. Guarantee it won't be rare this time now. Yeah. Although, what were you? Oh, but that's just a chocobo. Okay. Jesus Christ. What? I know this is meant to be an RPG, but what fucking role am I playing? Am I playing the victim? Like, what the fuck was that? Like, that was nasty, to say the least. Natsuki Subaru is I really don't get the people who turn around and say that Natsuki Subaru has no character development. Absolutely none. However, get that shit watched immediately. And in fact, that's one of a number of shows where I'd recommend you watch it both sub and dub, because the sub, well, like all shows, unfortunately, if you're in the mood for it, the sub is better. Oh god, I'm getting locked in. That's not good. But the dub is very good in that show. Well, actually, I lie. There is one example where the dub is infinitesimally better. Oh, god damn it. Than the sub. And that's Ghost Stories. Where are you going? Yeah. Okay. Oh, because it could lock us into a smaller room, I see. Isn't that fun? Oh. Oh! Actually, do come back, though. Legit, do come back. Stop fucking running away. Well. All I can say is, ding dong, the bitch is dead.
No creature is safe.
Oh, grants 2 weapon set passive skill points. Ah, so that's what I was on about. So yeah, it's a shame Sphinx isn't here, because this is literally what I was on about. The book, right click to gain 2. Yeah, so right click that. That gives you that. Then you can come down here, and there's our weapon sets. Yes. So we have 2 there and 2 there, which means I do need to reset this shit later on in order to do it right. But for now, we'll worry about that later on. Am I missing something? Where do we use them? 2 points, yeah. Yeah, I must be missing how this is working. Equip to head to that, choose passive rerun, refund skill points, enter the passive skill tree, click that, unlock a node on the board. Now click X, swap weapons. Oh, so you do need to just reset everything before you can do it. Okay, so you can just do it based on one and then based on the other. So this is just based on everything. Oh, okay, fine. Also, nice that we were able to kill that guy in the first one. England, Portugal. Hopefully, England bottle again. I guarantee you, even though that is the World Cup final, France are still probably number one in the world, are they? Okay, well, with that being the case, check it up there. When did Mourinho leave them? Because or is it up to date that Mourinho was their manager? And furthermore, where is the clown? And if more context is needed in that statement, then I think you failed me, Duck. I must say, these venomous matriarchs are a pain in the arse. I see. Oh, yeah, that's who I meant. Tuchel, not fucking Mourinho. But yeah, no, but he was not in the he's not in the fucking World Cup final, so you know. But is France ranked number one? Because they normally are. They're ranked number one in mine, even though they didn't win the World Cup. Portugal did, which I took over, which is why I find it fascinating that they're ranked number one while we're ranked number second in mine. Yeah, it's almost impossible for them not to be. What the fuck is happening here? What the fuck are you? I must admit, I like a lot of this, but like, holy moly, is this weird? Is some of this weird? Good, the Stalker's dead. Uncut supporter gem. Which... Supporter up to level 1. Well, we haven't gotten that. Anyway, the clown was Garrett Southgate. Where's he?
I must travel light.
Okay, well, we're not going to Faithorn yet. Even though... we probably will, even though we're not meant to. Orb of Transmutation. You know what? Fuck it. We are. We're going to go to Faithorn, even though we're not. Even though we have no real reason to yet.
By decree of the Count of Ogham, to the scoundrels and cowards hiding among the trees of the clanless perch. As the loyal men of Ogham lay down their lives to protect those who support them, you hide. As the women of Ogham sweat and ache, skinning beasts upon which we feed, you hide.
God, this man sounds...
Preparing to serve the greater needs of the people, you traitors hide. I will offer clemency only once. Return to the manor immediately and serve Ogham, as is your duty, and your punishment will be deferred.
Ooh, that's one hell of a way to put it. Anyway, portal down to the town. Oh, so he just identifies them for free. Well, that's handy. The fuck was that? That means we can just sell everything now. Ah, I see. Oh, Finn is there. So does that mean Garrett's out gets there?
I have a grand quest for you, hero. The kind that'll get you woven into legend. It's not at all a minor personal matter to be minded of. How do I
That's bonkers. But hey, at least it goes fast for you.
You could say I was something of a wanderer. There's a clanless enclave known as the Fraythorn that has its home high in the trees near the hunting grounds. They helped me out a time or two over the years. A little while back, a group of strangers arrived out of the deep woods. They made strange altars and started whispering to the others about their religion. That was when I decided to move on. See, now I got to thinking, if Count Gianor and his men are mad enough to burn the village, then maybe the clanless are in trouble too.
Hmm.
Will you pay them a visit? I used to be mildly fond of a vacuum.
Yeah, sure, why not? He retired after his foolishness.
Trust me. Not bad. Sure, I'll take it off your hands.
Nice. Still a shite charge, but whatever. Upgrades a normal magic item to one with no modifier. Why would you use that, though? I don't really get why you'd use that, but never mind. Anyway, so we can refund all of these and then start from scratch between weapon. But we don't really need to do that yet, since we don't have a proper second weapon yet, so... Una wants us as well, so what do you want?
I had asked this of you, but I was forced to leave behind something of great importance to me when I fled. My lute. It was carved by my mother when she first...
God, I find this character infuriating. Just the voice and the way that they talk.
It's in my family home in the farmlands. If you happen to travel near those ways,
It's in my family home in the farmlands. Well, yes, because they're getting two of them, and of course I will.
bye.
Where's the Olgem farmlands, though? There. Fine. Well, that's handy. And then the Phaetorn is where we need to go for him. Oh, God. In that case, I'll turn up the volume. That's my bad. Well, let me try and get her to speak again.
Welcome to the camp.
Can you
of
hear
the
her now?
lost, stranger. We survive, but we do not live. I am Una.
Like, is that audio okay? Can you hear that okay? Okay, no, well, a bit isn't good enough, so I'll try her a bit more.
Welcome to the camp of the lost, stranger. We survive, but we do not live. I am Una.
Bit, even more than that. Okay. Okay, let's try this.
Welcome to the camp of the lost, stranger. We survive, but we do not live.
Is that okay?
I am Una.
That Grant? Yeah, cool.
I understand you did what you had to. Please, Let us not speak
It's that
of it further.
fake. It's that fake kind of sadness she has in her voice that pisses me off. Well, that's good. Do let me know if that ever ends up happening, because I am
This
trying.
one is here on your honor. Don't take this as a threat, but it's your head if he turns out to be as evil as he looks.
To let things end up playing out and focal things out, and I have 2 different hearing apparatuses here to try and focus it out myself. So if it's off, do let me know and I'll try and modify things.
A curse has befallen this land. That's what Una feels. That's what I say too. The beasts of Ogham have been friendly to men until a shadow started oozing out of the manor. These rabid and misshapen animals are not to blame.
Well, we'll replay that one in a second. Fortunately, for now, we have advertisement time. Nah. He just looks like someone from Mayo. Which is worse. Worse than being evil. Actually, there's a better example I can end up giving. And I think you know it as well. Duck. It's almost as if he was saying he was Barry's tea. Despicable bastard.
A curse has befallen this land. That's what Una feels. That's what I say too. The beasts of Ogham have been friendly to men until a shadow started oozing out of the manor. These rabid and misshapen animals are not to blame. They've been driven mad by something we can't see, only feel in our bones. Last time I felt something like this, I was a much younger man. I've had a few things go missing around the forge when Finn was nearby, but I can't begrudge the lad.
Gobshite Trevor.
His father refused to acknowledge him, so he was left clanless at an early age. Underneath that boastful exterior, there's just, well, I'm sure it's obvious, even to strangers. His mother was a kind and honest woman. Shame he doesn't take after her.
Ah, Finn is sound.
I have a forge back home in the village, but I don't dare return. Count Gianor hired thugs that are far crueler than the village guard, and they've been arresting more and more good folk. Each accusation weaker than the last. A few of those hard-eyed men came around my forge asking for free weapons made. Well, I refused. I knew their ire would soon fall upon me, so I fled and took up temporary lodging here at Clearfell.
Interesting. And he'll improve his weaponry once we get to the forge as well, which is a nice little thing
Tread
for
as
us.
heavily as you like. The Eternals stomped their graves all over ours when they had a conqueror's foothold here. Now, if those graves have turned up and released their dead, take our vengeance on them. Some even say, when the night is darkest, our ancestors still fight theirs among the tombs, and I don't doubt it. A true Essamite never surrenders their land, not even in death.
Cool.
Till next time.
Sorry.
Care to take a look at my humble? Those glowing blue eyes make it hard to sleep at night. I'd wear something over my face to block out the glare, but
Silly me. I left my sleeping veil back at my palace.
You smarters. You absolute smarters.
I was the first to notice the Mad Count's fist closing around this land. He kept rounding up people like me for reasons that smelt like wolf droppings. I'm a bit of a slippery fish though, so I dodged his nets. Then his mercenaries started coming for people I actually liked, and that's when I knew something was up. The village folk kept defending his actions. I don't know why they couldn't see it. Maybe they... Oh, Una? Yeah, I know her. I was, elsewhere when the Count tried to arrest her family, but I certainly heard about it. It's just a coincidence we both ended up here. Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't follow her or anything like that. It would be unheard of for a clan girl and an outcast to... Well, whatever you're thinking, don't. That's where I stand on it. You gotta be grounded in the real world. Don't get hung up on things that can never be. It'll just break your heart.
Okay, fair enough, Finn. Now we know you're a beta. Nice to know.
Go make a legend or two.
Quickly. All children have imaginary friends. Most grow out of that phase. A rare few refuse to let go, creating real from unreal through sheer stubbornness. Gods born of man certainly exist, but did the gigantic red tiger named Farul actually run the plains of the primordial world? There is no way to know. Will the world end if she and her savage ilk return? The answer, I imagine, is up to those who would stand and fight on that day. Be glad that today is not that day, as far as I know. Corruption once had a purpose. Let us term it a disorganizer of what would otherwise be order. One consequence of this chaos is the warping of pathways, both through the woods and in the mind. The land so afflicted is never the same when trod upon a second time. Men afflicted by corruption know not where or when they are, only that they are in pain. And you appear as a horrible creature to their distorted senses.
Now that I'm listening to that voice, he sounds a little bit like James L. Jones, you know, Mufasa. And Darth
The
Vader.
Count accosted me and stole a very dangerous object. A seed that I have kept hidden from humanity. Somehow he knew that I possessed it. He cannot possibly know how dangerous it is. His attempts to harness its power will court disaster. You must hurry to the village. At the very least, those who are still sane may be convinced to aid in containing the seed. The boundless horrors of mishandled corruption cannot be conveyed simply through words. I only hope that you can find and contain the seed before it is too late. Go.
Now, I do apologize about this, Ducky, and it was a pleasure to have you this evening. But I do unfortunately need this one to be a wee bit of a shorter one. I'll be on again tomorrow. I'm kind of in the mood for Path of Exiles, so I might continue to do Path of Exiles. I haven't 100% decided yet. But unfortunately, I do need to finish for tonight. If you have any recommendations yourself on any other games that you might like to see, please post it into the Discord. I'll be setting a section for that. I'll be creating a section for that later on as well. And we'll be creating a section for others and putting their stream highlights as well. But that'll be later. But I appreciate the sub so much, and thank you so much for it. And anyway, for now, it was a pleasure, and I'll chat you later on, okay? So, for now, I'll see you later, and I hope your crack is 90.